The Joe Pags Show. To talk to Joe, call 888-941-PAGS. And now, it's Joe Pags.
Hey, great to have you. Great radio stations across the land from San Antonio, also on Patriot.tv. Thanks a lot for signing up for that. It is the Joe Pags Show, along with Sam and Carrie and Kurt. Glad to have you here. Polo's off tonight. There's a lot to get to. We've got Kay Smythe coming up at the bottom of the hour. We're going to talk about this tropical storm Debbie has been sitting over the Carolinas for a while. We're going to talk about how much rain they got. And also that I guess she was pretty excited about it being a tropical storm. I'm like, dude, you haven't gone through a hurricane yet. It's a different experience completely. They're okay. We also talk about the EU telling Elon Musk, you must censor Donald Trump tonight, which I find to be just simply amazing. Really? I mean, really? So that's kind of interesting. I don't think the EU has anything to say about what Elon Musk can do and what Trump can say or do, but that's what they're trying. Then there's this story that came out today as well. I'm glad to see this. President Donald Trump is going after those who have been persecuting him, prosecuting him, targeting him, using lawfare against him, and he's literally suing the Department of Justice. I guess I always knew that you could sue the Department of Justice. I didn't know you could sue them to this point, and I think it's righteous. What do you have, Carrie?
From Fox News, former President Donald Trump set to sue the Justice Department for $100 million in damages over the government's unprecedented 2022 raid on his Mar-a-Lago property in Palm Beach, Florida, with lawyers arguing it was done with clear intent to engage in political persecution. Fox News has obtained Trump's memo claiming tortious conduct by the United States against President Trump. Trump and his legal team intend to sue the Justice Department for its conduct during the FBI's raid on Mar-a-Lago on August the 8th, 2022, amid the federal investigation into his alleged improper retention of classified records. After the raid, special counsel Jack Smith was appointed to investigate. Smith ultimately brought 37 felony counts against Trump, including willful retention of national defense information, conspiracy to obstruct justice, and false statements. Trump pleaded not guilty to all counts. But U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon last month dismissed Smith's case against Trump altogether. Cannon ruling the Smith was unlawfully appointed and funded, citing the Appointments Clause in the Constitution. Trump attorney Daniel Epstein filed the notice to sue the Justice Department, and the Justice Department has 180 days from the date of receipt to respond to Epstein's notice and come to a resolution. If no resolution is made, Trump's case will move to federal court in the Southern District of Florida. What President Trump is doing here is not just standing up for himself, he's standing up for all Americans who believe in the rule of law and believe you should hold the government accountable when it wrongs you. Trump attorney Daniel Epstein told Fox Business's Lydia Hugh.
Thank you. I mean, this is righteous. Jack Smith was appointed incorrectly, unconstitutionally. Eileen Cannon was right. Of course, Merrick Garland is mad at her. How dare, and Merrick Garland with his voice, you appointed the right way. This is the same way others. Kara's pretty good, right?
Not bad. Not bad.
You actually agree that was pretty good? By the way, it appears to me that X is broken. I mean...
Why? Oh, no. Is it really?
I think they broke
Too many
X.
people are trying to log on.
I can't even, open my page right now.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it's broken. The space is not available. It broke. Wow. I mean, it is just completely broken. I don't know what we're looking at here, but for those who don't know, President Trump is back on Twitter or X. And tonight, matter of fact, about now, he's supposed to be being interviewed by Elon Musk, the owner of X. When I restart X, I can't click on anything. It's all very strange. And I don't know why. Space is detailed. You can't get in. Nobody can get in. It's broken. It is broken. So
I'm in.
Can you go into the actual space?
Let me go see.
Either go to Elon Musk's account, which is just at Elon, or Donald J. Trump, and try to see if you can get into the space. You do so by clicking on their profile picture that's got like a purple circle around it. See if you can get in. Okay. We've got a bunch of people showing up on my social media and a bunch of people showing up on our live streams, also on Patriot.tv, also to the live audio stream on iHeart. And they're trying to figure out if I know what's going on. And the answer is not yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah, no,
What happens when you try to get into the space?
Nothing. It just it goes a little fuzzy, and nothing's happening. Yeah.
I mean, just trying to log onto the website right now is broken. Donald Trump broke X.
Yeah. I mean, at least I can get on, I can get on X, but I can't get in. I can't get into the space.
I mean, it's broken. They've melted it down. Now, that must mean it's in the millions, because when Alex Jones came back to Twitter or X, when he was allowed back in, it was massive. It might have been over 1 million people simultaneously listening. And when I think Tim, and I can't even think of his last name right now for some reason, Timcast, when he actually was showing, and he was live streaming on X, the debate between Biden and Trump, even though he was warned not to, that had over 1 million people in it as well. But everybody who's clicking on it is getting this message, space not available, or can't get spaces right now, or space is full.
I'm getting details not available.
It broke it.
That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
Let me try to click on it again. Don't tell anybody.
Get in.
I just clicked on it again. We're going to see what it does. I haven't gotten a message yet. It's trying to get me in there. And the left is going to be in their glory. You couldn't even do the space. No, dummy. That means there are so many people interested in hearing what they have to say that they broke it. So there you go. I mean, right now it's just not happening. I don't even get a message. When I click on the space, Carrie, nothing happens. I get this sort of weird graying of my screen, and then nothing else happens.
Yeah, and then I got details, or what did I say? Details not available.
Well, when I look down at where it says Donald J. Trump on the bottom, it says details not available. But when I click on the actual space on Elon Musk's face, it just grays out the entire site.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this, because this is interesting TV and radio. Let me look it up on my actual phone and see if I can get it on the phone, because you're trying on a website, right? On a web.
I am. Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see what's going on. This ought to be. Imagine my phone just explodes or something. You know what I mean? We're just trying to see what the hell's going on. I mean, I don't think it's asking a whole lot, is it?
What they're talking about.
And again, this is really good broadcast. I trained all these years to be this good at this. Hold on. I'm pressing on it on my phone. Join space. Boom. So I'm in. 221,000 people have joined the space. Let me see if I can listen. Let's see. Hold on. Turning it up. Nope. It says the space is not available. They tricked me. They tricked me. And again, they only, when you go in there, you can only see the two of them. You can't see all of the other people trying to watch. So that's interesting. Normally it'll show just the complete list of everybody. But how do you show 221,000 people?
Yeah, that'd be a little difficult, wouldn't it?
I mean, that would be
when you get into a space,
weird.
that's what it usually does. It shows everybody who's in that.
It shows everybody.
Listening.
There are usually 8 or 10 spaces for speakers. So you'll request a microphone, or if you're part of the space, you'll already have a microphone, and then you're one of the speakers. Everybody else is just there to listen in the audience. And it will list the entire audience, I think. I've never gone through to see everybody, but I've been on spaces that are 10, 20,000 people, never 200,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
so
this is big.
One wonders if they think they're broadcasting. They're like talking to each other. Because if you go into the space, Carrie, you can literally just see the two of them.
Okay.
I've waited 5 minutes now, and my ex has not done anything. Yeah. They actually had our test run last night of 500,000 people, I'm told, and this isn't working with 221,000. Now, isn't there a story about some hacking going on with Trump stuff?
Yes.
I'm not saying it's connected, but I mean, think about it. There are bad people, bad entities out there that would love to not let this happen. What do you have on that?
Well, just a little news break, and this is from CNN. Suspected Iranian hackers breached personal email account of someone associated with Trump campaign, investigators believe.
Come on, man. I mean, it's getting kind of weird, Carrie.
Yeah, I know.
So I cannot get into space. Go ahead.
We got a couple more months of this, too. I think it's going to get even crazier.
It's freaking August 12th. We're nowhere near the election.
I know.
This is so weird. Even loading the site on its own is a problem. It's not easy to do. So this whole thing is kind of weird. I'm going to keep an eye on it. We'll watch it during the break. If we can get in there, I don't know that they'll have a problem with me doing this. I might try to sneak a little audio. Kurt, stay close to the dump button, because on X you can curse. So we might try that if we can get a connection at all. And again, I can connect with my phone, but it just doesn't let you hear anything, and it gives you a message that you can't listen or something, or the space isn't available, something like that. But I'm looking at it now, and I guess some people are able to get in now. I have no idea how this is going to work out, but we're doing it live. We're doing it on the fly, and if we find out more information, you'll get it first right here as you continue to check out the Joe Pag Show. Kay Smythe at the bottom will have Hurricane Debbie stuff. Elon Musk being warned by the EU what not to do tonight in this space. This is all very interesting. Make sure you keep it here. Let me tell you about Super Beets in the meantime. Our sponsor for this hour, Super Beets is great. Super Beets Heart Chews. You can get daily blood pressure support in just 2 tasty chews a day, and they even promote heart-healthy energy, which you need without stimulants. Again, with the caffeine, you're going to have to drink it all day to keep your level where you want it. With sugary drinks, sugar high, then a sugar low, and a sugar crash, nobody wants that. With Super Beets Heart Chews, you're going to get this great support, great energy level throughout the day and night to get done whatever it is you want to get done. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beets are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle all by itself. So why not go and get yourself some of these right now? Clinically studied, they're effective. Super Beets, the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for cardiovascular health support. So jump on this deal. Double your potential with Super Beets Heart Chews. Get a free 30-day supply right now on all bundles and 15% off your first order by going to Super Beets. GetSuperBeets.com. Use promo code Joe. GetSuperBeets.com. Promo code Joe. That's GetSuperBeets.com. Promo code Joe. We're back after this.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is General Mike Flynn, and I'm here to talk about a limited time offer of subscriptions to Patriot.tv and how you can become a member of our Patriot Defenders subscription club and become a member of Patriot.tv. Really, it's America's network. I call it the home of truth. And you can do that for only $9.99 a month. It's a great deal by itself, but what I'm going to walk you through here in these next few seconds is a couple of package deals that we have that are unbelievable. The next membership was the annual membership at $99 that you can save. Right away, you save $20 if you come in at the annual subscription rate. The best deal that I think that people ought to seriously consider is the 2-year membership at $159. And it includes a special edition of my recently released documentary, Flynn, Deliver the Truth, Whatever the Cost. So along with the 2-year membership, the 2-year subscription will send you a DVD combo of the film, plus an option to stream the movie online, as well as exclusive interviews of Tucker Carlson, Devin Nunes, and myself. So go to the home of truth, right? Go to Patriot.tv today, sign up, seriously consider the 2-year subscription rate. It's an unbelievable savings. I think it's a total savings of about $70 from just signing up on a monthly or a annual basis. So thank you very much for your support. Patriot.tv is America's new network. Thank you.
Hey, General Flynn is absolutely right. This is America's new network for patriots, and you can do your part to make sure the truth gets out there to all patriots. By subscribing to Patriot.tv, you help to ensure future programming and gain access to special shows and opportunities. Pick the level that's right for you, and remember, with the 2-year subscription, you also get all those special gifts that General Flynn put together for you. Subscribe today.
Sounds rolling. All 3 cameras. We're good. Ambient speed. We're ready.
Is there any regrets that you have in life? I should sit here and say, yeah, I got a lot of regrets. But when I look back on my life and I understand the lives that were lost, I mean, I'm sitting here with you. And I can tell my story.
Former National Security Advisor, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, pleaded guilty today to lying to the FBI.
He was one of the most respected generals in the military.
He was, by definition, the most dangerous possible person for Donald Trump to hire.
Brilliant military career, serving 33 years.
Why was he being so elusive?
Mike Flynn told the truth and faced life in prison.
Every American needs this historical DVD keepsake. Flynn, Deliver the Truth, Whatever the Cost. Hand signed by General Michael Flynn, one of America's most treasured military heroes. Order now at the Patriot TV store. Go to Patriot TV. Click on Store and grab a once-in-a-lifetime chance to own a treasured piece of American history and get your own personal download link to watch America's most talked-about movie, as well as a DVD hand-signed by General Michael Flynn. Use promo code PTV at checkout to get special savings. The Patriot TV Store. Incredible savings and a secure, hassle-free shopping experience.
The world is about to shift. Banks are going cashless globally with the emergence of central bank digital currency, which will bring with it programmable money and the ability to turn on or off your purchasing power based on your digital social profile. It's like the equivalent of spyware in your bank account. You need to get out of the system with the world's safest and most precious assets, silver and gold. Call Kirk Elliott Precious Metals at 720-605-3900. That's 720-605-3900.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new CareWatch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The CareWatch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your CareWatch for free. The CareWatch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your CareWatch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your CareWatch right now. Operators are standing by.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Call for your free author submission kit at 855-993-2114. That's 855-993-2114.
Great to have you. Thanks. I appreciate you stopping by. There's a lot going on, lots to get to. Somebody reported that James Woods says he's in the space. He is not, unless you're looking at some fake James Woods account, the actor James Woods. I couldn't get in the space the entire break. Now, those wondering and those not understanding what this is, let me describe it to you. An X space or a Twitter space. Twitter was the website for a long time. That was the platform for a long time. Elon Musk bought it and changed the name to X. It's now X.com, but if you go to Twitter.com, you still get there. Spaces are basically a place for you to audibly have a conversation. And as you're having the conversation, people can be in the audience listening to you having the conversation. I liken it a little bit to party lines back in the day, but in a party line, almost everybody could be heard. But in some of the spaces, they do talk over each other and everything else. A space is, again, just a venue where it's audio only. So it's like you were going to an auditorium, but you couldn't see the actual people who were speaking, but you could hear them clearly. And it's a very good system, although this one's breaking it. Now, Sam, you're giving me updates as we go. She says 23 million views now, just on the link that President Trump posted. Now, Trump left X or Twitter when he was actually kicked off on January 6, 2021, by then CEO Jack Dorsey and the horrible people who used to run the site. And he was let back in by Elon Musk, and Elon Musk let him back in. The only post Trump did was a post of his mugshot from Fulton County, Georgia. Well, that was before today. Today he's been very active on Twitter, extremely active on Twitter, and they've got this space going that nobody can get into. Now, Sam, are people reporting to you about the space? What are these calls?
So, no, they weren't, but I did hear a report that right now they're not conducting the interview and they're just playing some music. Although I will say with 24 million views, I have not been able to see or hear anything.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to log in as well, and I could not get anywhere. Carrie, during the break, did you get in or no?
I did not. No, I couldn't.
Have you ever been in a space?
It out. No. Nope.
It's very interesting. It's an interesting tool for a guy like me who likes to build social media. You don't like the people, so you don't try to build it. But a guy like me,
some people.
What's that?
Mm-hmm. Some people don't like some.
Right,
people.
Exactly right. Those who care about our show, you just don't care about the people. So, when you go on there, it's a great way to build your page. If you're on there and it's a big space, like immediately hundreds of people will just follow you, which is actually very interesting. It's like a way to do it without having to go through the rigmarole of, do they like your content? Do they not like your content? Are they pushing it in the algorithm? They're not pushing it with the algorithm. It bypasses the stupid AI that controls these sites, and actual people who like what you say can follow you, and actual people who don't like what you say can unfollow you if they want. But a space like this, I mean, this is going to be the hardest ticket to get. Even if they get it up and running, and I believe through technology, Elon Musk will get it up and running, this is going to be very hard to take part in. I'll put it out there, I actually thought I might be taking part, not where I'm asking any questions, but that I would actually afterwards maybe be part of a panel that would talk about it. But if you can't get in there, I don't even know if that's going to happen anymore. I'm not getting any response from the people that were inviting me to come and do it. So I don't know if they broke it. I went to Truth Social, which is President Trump's social, and I posted, President Trump goes to X and breaks it. It just doesn't work.
Well, I don't know if you saw what Sam just sent us. Elon Musk was tweeting, there appears to be a massive DDoS attack on X, working on shutting it down. Worst case, we will proceed with a smaller number of live listeners and post the conversation later.
Wow. So that's a literal hacking attack. They're attacking the site. And again, I'm not somebody who works behind the scenes and algorithms and the machinery of it or even the software of it. But I believe a DDoS attack is where they do everything they can to clog the network to stop people from being able to enjoy whatever the platform is offering for a service or for some sort of a feature. And that's what they appear to be doing. Now, 25.5 million views on the Trump post. So what's happening is, this is actually kind of easy to see. What's happening is you've got people refreshing the Trump post over and over again. They're refreshing it, hoping that it works, and then they can jump in. As of right now, and I just refreshed it, so I'm one of the 25.5 million views. As of right now, it says details not available. And listen, I want you guys and gals to understand, I know that most of you are not as into social media as I am. I know that most of you are not into technology like I am. Like I built my studio, I built the computers that we use. And I don't expect you to be. But when it comes to a space, it is valuable. And all you have to do if you're on X or Twitter is press one button and you could jump in and just listen to a conversation. You can even listen anonymously if you want. So it's not about putting yourself out there and being forced to speak. You could just go there and listen. I mean, some spaces I'll go to, I'm singing karaoke on it. So, I mean, it's a cool feature when it works, but there's no doubt they had to expect this was happening. Carrie, I mean, going into this, they had to know people were going to attack it and try to shut it down.
You would think so, right? I mean, yeah, we knew they were going to try to do that. Looks like it worked.
Well, here's something interesting.
Right now, anyway.
He posted the DDoS attack that you just talked about, working on shutting it down. Worst case, we'll proceed, like you said, a small number of listeners and then post the conversation later. And then he says, because people are now like, well, how could you possibly not be ready for this? His answer to that was, we tested the system with 8 million concurrent listeners earlier today.
Wow.
So the system was ready. This is an attack. This is a cyber attack. And guess what? It might be from whoever it was that you were. Who was it that breached somebody's email? Was it Iran? I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Some Iranian entity.
You're right. I just closed it, but yeah.
And it could be China. It could be any number of bad actors.
Iranian hackers. Yep.
So it's probably what we're looking at here. So at this point, I would do what he says. I would do the interview because first of all, you're already half an hour late. So do the interview, get Trump in the can, post it later on because those who are listening live generally speaking, are not going to be able to ask questions. So post it, get the information out there. Don't let the bad guys win. And you can get that incredible number again next time. Of course, if all things were fair and there weren't bad people out there, you'd be able to just post it or you'd be able to just go live and it would work. But as of right now, it's not working. And people are like, Carrie, people are dying to get in there. Like, I can't get in.
I know they are. I know.
I can't get into this place. 888-941-PAGS. 888-941-7247. JoePags.com. When we come back, it'll be Kay Smythe going to break down Debbie over the Carolinas for as long as it was. Also, the EU warning Elon Musk to censor Donald Trump in this space tonight. We'll have that for you, too. Keep it on the Joe Pags Show.
I don't know about you, but I have to have that cup of coffee in the morning. And Kingdom Cup is mold-free, it is pesticide-free, and it is organic. It's got this flavor that is delicious. You don't even have to put cream or sweetener in it.
Why did we go with the bean form, the whole bean? Because ultimately the powder form is the one that gathers the most moisture. And that means the more potential mold development. This is actually organic, mold-free, certified. That's important because ultimately people drink coffee. It's cultural. And so we tried to meet the culture where it is and create a healthy alternative.
Make the healthy choice for you and your family. Try mold-free, pesticide-free, and it's organic. Delicious Kingdom Cup coffee. And it's available now at the Patriot TV store. Go to patriot.tv and click on store. You'll find Kingdom Cup coffee in the health and wellness section. Order Kingdom Cup coffee at the Patriot TV store now.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Call for your free author submission kit at 855-993-2114. That's 855-993-2114.
When I started MyPillow, it was just a problem solution, one product company. Well, since then, with the help of my dedicated employees, we now have hundreds of products, some you might not even know about. To get the word out, we're having a $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. And for the first time ever, our 6-pack towel sets, you guessed it, just $25. Our brand new 4-pack dish towels, $25. And I've never done this before. Premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size for only $25. And there's so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code for our $25 extravaganza. Order $75 and over. Your entire order ships absolutely free.
The world is about to shift. Banks are going cashless globally with the emergence of central bank digital currency, which will bring with it programmable money and the ability to turn on or off your purchasing power based on your digital social profile. It's like the equivalent of spyware in your bank account. You need to get out of the system with the world's safest and most precious assets, silver and gold. Call Kirk Elliott Precious Metals at 720-605-3900. That's 720-605-3900.
Sounds rolling. All 3 cameras. We're good. Ambient speed. We're ready.
Is there any regrets that you have in life? I should sit here and say, yeah, I got a lot of regrets. But when I look back on my life and I understand the lives that were lost, I mean, I'm sitting here with you. And I can tell my story.
Former National Security Advisor Lieutenant General Michael Flynn pleaded guilty today to lying to the FBI.
He was one of the most respected generals in the military.
He was, by definition, the most dangerous possible person for Donald Trump to hire.
Really brilliant military career, serving 33 years.
Why was he being so elusive?
Mike Flynn told the truth and faced life in prison.
Every American needs this historical DVD keepsake. Flynn delivered the truth, whatever the cost. Hand signed by General Michael Flynn, one of America's most treasured military heroes. Order now at the Patriot TV store. Go to Patriot TV, click on Store, and grab a once-in-a-lifetime chance to own a treasured piece of American history and get your own personal download link to watch America's most talked about movie, as well as a DVD hand signed by General Michael Flynn. Use promo code PTV at checkout to get special savings. The Patriot TV store, incredible savings and a secure, hassle-free shopping experience.
Great to have you along for the ride. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Glad to have this young lady back. It is, of course, the news and commentary writer. More importantly, my friend, Kay Smythe. Kay, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm living the dream. There's a lot going on. There is so much going on. It's hard to keep up with everything that's going on, but I know that you're on top of it. Let's start with Debbie. I talked to Tracy Beans the other day, who's in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. You're in North Carolina. And she said that storm just stopped on top of your heads and just didn't go anywhere. What the heck went on? Is it still on top of you?
No, I mean, no, it's over now, but we still have flash flood warnings. If I'm looking off camera, it's because I'm looking out into the field, which thankfully didn't flood. But Joe, this was my first tropical storm. So it wasn't a hurricane. It was only a tropical storm when she got over the Carolinas. But she really did. She just sat on top of us. I mean, we had tornado warnings nonstop for about 24, maybe a little bit over 24 hours. We had about, I think, it's definitely more than 10 reported. I've heard like maybe as many as 8 just around where I live, which was kind of scary. And I've never experienced anything like that before. And I was on the phone today with a friend of mine who was born and raised, or most of her childhood, out here in North Carolina. Her father is a Coast Guard. And she's lived through a lot of the big hurricanes that have happened, obviously living here most of her life. And she said that Debbie was nothing compared to when a real like Cat 3 comes through. She's like a Cat 3 and above. And we went out and drove. It only rained once yesterday, and we went out for a little drive. And I mean, everything's still flooded. Like half the fields are flooded. It was a lot. It really did.
I grew up in South Florida, as you know, and went through many, many hurricanes. In fact, in the year 2000, when it was a crazy hurricane year, I was working in Lansing, Michigan, but I went down to Florida to go cover like the 7 hurricanes. I think it was 4 hurricanes that came through the middle of the state. So I've been like covering the news in the middle of a hurricane. And I was the guy doing the live shot in Hurricane George on the west coast of Florida, broadcasting live to Lansing, Michigan, as if Lansing, Michigan cared about the hurricane happening in Naples, Florida. But I mean, I was that guy, because it is exciting to be in it. So if you guys just had tropical storm level, and that was exciting for you, if you ever get even a category 1 or 2, you're gonna freak the hell out.
Yeah, I was already kind of freaked out. Like the tornadoes, that was a new thing. That was a very new thing for me. I've done earthquakes after living in California for a long time. Hurricanes were like a whole, like I don't know how I'm going to deal with that when it actually happens. And I think we're ramping up for a pretty interesting hurricane season. As you can see today, my hair keeps getting bigger and bigger because of all of the lovely humidity that's in the air. And we don't like humidity because humidity contributes to stronger, just stronger storm systems, really,
right.
Which is not what we want. But
that's why Florida gets them so much, right?
But we've got another big system that's already appearing, pretty much tracking a similar path to Debbie, but it may curve out and stay offshore, which is obviously what we would prefer.
A little inside baseball that you probably didn't know. I was on the air in South Florida when Hurricane Andrew came in. It was a Category 5 hurricane that demolished Homestead, Florida, and went on into the Gulf Coast and everything else. My daughter Sam was almost named Andrea. I'm serious, for Hurricane Andrew.
I hate to do this, but
Jenny was pregnant.
I've known you and Sam now for a really long time, and I told this story to John. We're not pregnant, but every now and again couples talk about baby names. And I was like, what about Andrea? That's like, this is the story. What do you think of that? Because I also like Sam as well.
So you knew that story? I already told you that story?
I love that story. I think that's one of the
story.
Sweetest stories ever. I think you should bring that up. And I think we should, honestly, every time I bring up a hurricane, you have to tell that story. Bring up the story. Yeah.
I was on the air, Kay. It was coming right at us. And then at the last second, it headed south 60 miles. It was going to hit Palm Beach where I was. So hurricanes are magnificent. They're scary. They're deadly. They're amazing. It's all of that. So I'm glad you got a taste of it, but I don't want you in any harm's way. So I'm glad it wasn't any worse than a tropical storm. It's Kay Smythe, news and commentary writer at The Daily Caller, and also see her on Newsmax all the time. Elon Musk is interviewing Donald Trump. I find this interesting in this day and age. Here I am, the idiot that has for 35 years become the best interviewer I can be, and people making freaking cars are interviewers now. You know what I mean? There are people out there who are known for skydiving, have their own podcast, and are interviewing. And I'm not denigrating them. I just took the long way, it turns out. So this guy, Elon Musk, is going to interview Donald Trump, who, by the way, I'm sure you've noticed, has been very active on Twitter today, or X, where he hasn't really said anything since he posted his mugshot. Mm-hmm. What do you think about this tonight? It's going to be the largest viewed or listened to thing ever on X for sure, but then the EU is putting its nose in the middle of this too. What are your thoughts about this even happening? I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's super cool. I love all this stuff. I love the chaos of it. You know, I had a conversation with John the other day. I think someone like Alex Jones. Was it Alex Jones? It was Tim Dillon interviewing Alex Jones. Okay. So a pretty dark, pretty fat gay comedian interviewing, Alex Jones. I was like, this is like,
it doesn't make sense.
I'm stoked to do this. And we're going to talk about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Like, if you told me that 5 years ago, ridiculous. And so I feel similarly about this. I think that we're at a huge turning point culturally. I'm glad you brought up the EU. I think that they are headed down, and not just the EU, the UK as well, because we are no longer part. The UK is no longer part of the EU. That's a different conversation. But I think that entire continent is heading down a really dark path. I think in terms of like tech censorship, this is far from the first time that the EU has threatened Elon Musk over, freedom of speech, basically.
Yeah.
And I think for them to issue, I haven't read the full thing, but then for them to issue anything that suggests that there's some type of political oligarchy over messaging, I really feel like it's these almost like dark superpowers, like showing their hands for the first time in just the most blunt force way possible. I mean, it's so disgusting to see people who are elected by the people telling the people they can't talk. And I'm going to be honest with you, Joe, like I had some conversations with family members over the weekend, and I learned some crazy stuff about these sorts of like more dystopian laws in the UK. I learned that if you try to take your child out of school now, even if it's just to go on like an educational trip, or if you want to go on holiday, you are fined by the state, which means that your child basically has to stay in school and be indoctrinated by only what the state wants. So I think if that's sort of where we're starting this next generation or this youngest generation in the UK, and I've heard of similar things happening in the EU, I think we're just on a really slippery slope for a kind of militaristic totalitarian.
There was some guy, some military major, somebody, some idiot the other day said that they are going to do their due diligence to go after legally, as far as they can, anyone online who says anything disparaging about immigrants in the UK. And I mean, he meant even the United States. He's going to come and get us. So of course, I wrote to him. I said, I'm in Texas. Come on. I think that you suck. And allowing people to completely eliminate Western culture and Western civilization from your country is disgusting. Come and get me. I'm in Texas. So, Kay, let me bring this up. Monica Crowley actually put this up on her X page. This is from the EU warning Elon Musk about his interview of Donald Trump tonight. Mr. Musk. From the European Commission, Thierry Breton, the member of the Commission. Mr. Musk, I'm writing you in the context of recent events in the United Kingdom and in relation to the planned broadcast on your platform X of a live conversation between a U.S. presidential candidate and yourself. I guess they forgot he was the president before, which will also be accessible to users in the EU. I understand that you are currently doing a stress test of the platform. In this context, I am compelled to remind you of the due diligence obligations set out in the Digital Services Act, as outlined in my previous letter, as the individual entity ultimately controlling a platform with over 300 million users worldwide, of which 1/3 in the EU, that has been designated as a very large online platform. You have the legal obligation to ensure X's compliance with the EU law, and in particular the DSA in the EU. Let me translate that. You know what it means, Kay. Let me translate to anybody who's busy all day, doesn't worry about this crap like you and I have to. He's saying you better censor Donald Trump or you're going to be in trouble with us, right?
Pretty much. And I hate to say it, but that's kind of what I expect from the EU. Like, I don't think the EU is in any position. So it's really hard not to just go on a swearing spree. And I did see that Elon Musk posted a meme that I felt really conveyed my feelings on the situation.
Yes.
But this is radio. We can't use those kinds of words. We cannot,
because the FCC would be mad at me, yes.
Exactly. So we can't tell, ironically, we can't tell the EU where to go.
We are self-censoring, as he's not going to tonight.
Yeah, and it's just like, and the other thing that really messes with my head, Joe, and I have to go on a little rant about this, I'm sorry. But again, I also had like friends who were like, oh, I'm going to go to like one of these like protest riot things. And I'm like, why? They're not being organized by anyone who's going to do anything to change anything anywhere about anything. This isn't Live Aid or Live 8 or any of those kinds of events. This is just a bunch of people who are going to essentially use you guys as pawns to go to a public place, probably fight one another and really not behave in anyone's best interests, just because that's kind of what people do in heightened situations. And it's really easy to manipulate social situations to create that kind of violence between pretty much any groups, to be honest with you. All it takes is a few bad actors and everything can go wrong. And I do fully believe that half of the things that are going on in the UK, like all these protests and stuff, I bet that there are absolutely people running this with the angle
No doubt.
of it. It's like none of these protests are going to lead to any laws that benefit anyone. None of this violence is going to lead to anything that contributes to the betterment of society. It's just going to lead to even greater restriction on freedoms. It's going to lead to the prohibition of literally having the freedom over your child's movement.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, people of Britain, you're letting the state decide. Like, they're going to fine you if you take your child out of school. How is like every red flag is flying over that continent right now, and everyone is sitting around like a headless chicken. And I know what that's like. I have chickens. They were useless during Debbie. They just live on my porch now. It's just like, oh, Joe, everything is stressing me out so hard. Like, what's
I know that you probably
on?
wouldn't, but the good news is if Debbie were so bad that it cut off the supply chain, you have food. I'm just saying.
Fine. Yeah. No, I'm prepared for this kind of calamity.
Okay.
Look at what's going on in the world. You can't trust the government's going to show up for you.
You cannot.
All they're going to do is censor the guys they don't like. Come on. Sorry.
No, you got to say it the right way. Come on.
Come on.
Exactly right. It's Kay Smythe. Go to kaysmythe.com. Check out everything she does on the Daily Caller. I just think it's going to be interesting tonight. I think I might be part of a space on X after the interview.
Oh, cool.
I think, although I'll be on the air as the interview is going on. But I think it'll probably go longer than I will be able to jump in at some point. But at the end of the day, the idea that the people who are losing their own culture and their own home in the EU can somehow preach to us that, you know what I mean? It's so stupid that it makes my face hurt. So what they should do, because this is their right completely, if they want Elon Musk or Donald Trump or Kay Smythe or Joe Pags to not be heard, shut it off on your end and then deal with your people in your country who are mad at you for doing it. Don't tell Elon Musk he has to get in line. He lives here. He lives in Texas. Are you stupid? At what point do these people not get that the United States is resistant to one world governance?
I don't think they are going to get it. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we've talked about this on the show before, and I hate to go there again, but like the rest of the world doesn't really need America. I really don't like this argument. They're like, oh, we buy stuff from the rest of the world. Like, oh, we create like entertainment. Like, oh, we have all these deals with all of these other countries. Every single country in the world, like if America just like stopped, the rest of the world would just pretty much like carry on and they'd adapt like that. And I think that we've been falling into that place for a long time.
No, I understand that, but I don't think that's the story. I don't think it's about them needing us. I think China's economy would change had we just disappeared, but I'm with you. They'll survive. Everybody would be fine if we disappear. That's not the problem. The problem is the world thinks it needs to control us, and it's trying to. It wants the Constitution to go away. It wants a lying Tim Walz and a sleeping her way to the top Kamala Harris because they're easy to control. I mean, that's really what it is, right? I mean, if they didn't care about us, they wouldn't try to control us. He's literally telling an American business owner, you have to do what I say.
And I think you just hit the nail absolutely on the head when it comes to the Harris-Walz campaign. Like, that is what those two people exist for. They exist to try and force America and Americans into this one world government.
Yes.
And I feel like they've also put us in a position where they as individuals, like so many members of like this sort of democratic, oligarchy, these elites, they could just up and leave. They can go live in their Swiss chalets. They don't have any respect for this country. What we need is leadership, like Donald Trump's, to come back and actually navigate this chaos and put us in a position where all of our interests are represented. And honestly, Joe, if you told me like 5-6 years ago, no, more than that, actually, God, I'm getting old. But if you told me almost 8 years ago, like when Trump first started running, that I would be sitting here on this show saying these things today, I wouldn't believe you. But that is literally just the science and the data of it. Like, we were in a safer place in the world when he was in power.
Yes,
and
much.
we should. And if he wasn't such a threat to this concept of, I think, global governance, then we wouldn't have seen that letter today.
I'm with you. And what's interesting is they're so petty that they say a presidential candidate instead of saying the former president. You know what I mean? They're petty. The idiot that wrote that with his stupid face probably thought to himself, got him there, didn't call him the president. You know what I mean? You achieved nothing other than me making fun of you on American radio. Come and get me if you don't like what I'm saying. Kay, it's frankly always enlightening to have you on. We didn't talk about Kevin Costner at all because you were disgusted by it earlier for some reason.
So annoyed by Kevin.
So maybe
I write
next time.
so much about him.
I know
every
you
day.
do. I know you do. So go and check out everything she writes over on the Daily Caller. See her on Newsmax and elsewhere as well. Kay, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much, Joe.
All right. See you next week. We're back after this. Stay right here.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your My Pillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com. The world is about to shift. Banks are going cashless globally with the emergence of central bank digital currency, which will bring with it programmable money and the ability to turn on or off your purchasing power based on your digital social profile. It's like the equivalent of spyware in your bank account. You need to get out of the system with the world's safest and most precious assets, silver and gold. Call Kirk Elliott Precious Metals at 720-605-3900. That's 720-605-3900.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is General Mike Flynn, and I'm here to talk about a limited time offer of subscriptions to Patriot.tv and how you can become a member of our Patriot Defenders subscription club and become a member of Patriot.tv. Really, it's America's network. I call it the home of truth. And you can do that for only $9.99 a month. It's a great deal by itself, but what I'm going to walk you through here in these next few seconds is a couple of package deals that we have that are unbelievable. The next membership was the annual membership at $99 that you can save right away. You save $20 if you come in at the annual subscription rate. The best deal that I think that people ought to seriously consider is the 2-year membership at $159. And it includes a special edition of my recently released documentary, Flynn, Deliver the Truth, Whatever the Cost. So along with the 2-year membership, the 2-year subscription will send you a DVD combo of the film, plus an option to stream the movie online, as well as exclusive interviews of Tucker Carlson, Devin Nunes, and myself. So go to the home of truth, right? Go to Patriot.tv today, sign up, seriously consider the 2-year subscription rate. It's an unbelievable savings. I think it's a total savings of about $70 from just signing up on a monthly or a annual basis. So thank you very much for your support. Patriot.tv is America's new network. Thank you.
Hey, General Flynn is absolutely right. This is America's new network for patriots, and you can do your part to make sure the truth gets out there to all patriots. By subscribing to Patriot.tv, you help to ensure future programming and gain access to special shows and opportunities. Pick the level that's right for you, and remember, with the 2-year subscription, you also get all those special gifts that General Flynn put together for you. Subscribe today.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Call for your free author submission kit at 855-993-2114. That's 855-993-2114.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks a lot for being here. The Joe Pag Show. Go check out my interview with Scott Jensen, the doctor from Minnesota that ran against Tim Walz for governor. Didn't win, but he gives some good reasons why he thinks Republicans should change their tune a little bit, especially on the abortion topic. Very interesting conversation. Plus, Kay breaks down the EU threatening Elon when it comes to this live space with 1 million people listening right now. There are 1 million people listening right now. So what I'm going to do is when we get done here live, and we get done at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to open up a live on X. We'll also open up a live on YouTube, and we'll go from there. I'm going to listen in. We'll try to analyze it a little bit, jump on a space myself later if we need to. We'll just keep on working. But great radio stations carrying 3 hours is enough for them, and we appreciate you doing that. We're back tomorrow on these great stations. Also back tomorrow on Patriot.tv. So do me a favor and go and check out part of that interview. I understand that Trump sounds a little bit interesting tonight. Like it almost sounds a little bit different or something. I'm going to go see what kind of compression they're using. Maybe they're doing something different. In the meantime, that's Sam, that's Carrie, that's Kurt, I'm Joe. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Go check out the live streams. We'll talk to you soon.